What do you do when the people who should be proud of you, act like you don't matter? That's the question I faced the day I opened an email that should have changed everything, and realized my own family didn't care. My name's Zane. I'm 24 now, but this started when I was 22, the day I got into medical school. I'd been working 2 jobs, studying between shifts, waking up before sunrise to review notes, because unlike my older brother, Jeremy, no one thought I'd make it. Jeremy was the golden child. Perfect grades. Varsity athlete. Straight-laced. Obedient. When he got into med school, our parents threw a backyard gala that looked like a wedding, balloons, banners, even catering trucks. I was proud of him. But I also noticed something: in my family, achievement wasn't celebrated, unless it came from him. 2 years later, I applied to med school in secret. No fanfare. No, wish me luck. I didn't even tell my parents I was taking the MCAT. I studied quietly, flashcards over dinner, lectures on the bus, anatomy notes at 2 a.m. And one morning, the email came: "Congratulations, you've been accepted." I stared at it until my eyes blurred, then screamed with my best friend Matteo over the phone. That night, I printed the email and left it on the kitchen table. No announcement. Just proof. The next morning, my mom said, "Congrats," like I'd mentioned a new Netflix series. My dad muttered, "Didn't think you'd actually pull it off, but good for you." That sentence. It stayed in my head for days. That I asked if we could do a small family dinner, not a party, just something simple. My mom said money was tight, right after reminding me how much they'd spent on Jeremy's celebration. I swallowed my disappointment, called Matteo, and said, "Let's do our own thing." 2 weeks later, we hosted a beautiful night on his aunt's terrace, soft lights, music, real laughter. People who believed in me showed up. I didn't invite my family. Not out of spite, out of self-preservation. Then, 2 days later, everything changed. A friend of Matteo's who worked for a local paper submitted a small feature about me. Sunday morning, there I was, half-page spread, smiling with a cake that read Dr. Z in progress. I didn't know about it until my sister sent me a screenshot: "You had a party and didn't invite us?" That text was followed by 3 more, from my mom, my dad, and Jeremy, all less about pride and more about how it looked to other people. That's when I understood, they weren't upset about missing me. They were upset about missing the spotlight. A week later, I got a formal envelope, not from my parents, but from a restaurant back home. An invitation to a celebration dinner, in honor of our sons, Jeremy and Zane. A slideshow, an open bar, dozens of RSVPs, except I hadn't been told about it. They didn't even call to ask if I'd attend. My name was just decoration, a trophy they wanted to display. So I made a decision: I wouldn't show up. I'd make sure they knew why. I wrote a letter, short, sharp, final, and had it delivered during the dinner by a professional courier. Matteo attended in my place, camera in hand. The slideshow began. Jeremy's photos played across the screen. Then a slide appeared with my name, and nothing else. Just a spinning load icon. That's when the courier stepped forward, handed over the envelope, and left. My letter said, "Thank you for celebrating me now that it suits you. Thank you for putting my name on a dinner I wasn't invited to. But I'm not a prop in someone else's story. Not anymore. Zane." Matteo said you could hear the air freeze. My mom tried to toast anyway. No one clapped. Jeremy stared at his plate. The dessert table sat untouched, half a cake reading, "Congratulations, Zane and Jeremy," with only one photo on display. The next day, Jeremy messaged me, "I didn't know. Can we talk?" I almost ignored it. But later that night, we video called. For once, he didn't sound polished or perfect. He admitted he believed Mom when she said I'd been invited and was just being dramatic. Then he said something I'll never forget. "You're not an accessory. You deserve more than a side note in your own story. It didn't fix everything. But it was the first time someone from my family finally saw me. Months passed. I focused on med school, not revenge. Jeremy sent me a book on surgical anatomy for my birthday. Olivia posted cryptic comments about me, playing the victim. My parents sent stiff holiday greetings. I didn't push. I didn't need to. Because for the first time, I wasn't chasing their approval. I was building something bigger, my own life, my own recognition. And when I graduate next year, Mateo says we're throwing the biggest celebration in the city. Rooftop venue, string quartet, custom cocktails. And on the guest list? Only the people who saw me, before the world did.